absolutely not away.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another RallyCross build. This is the Audi RS7. Yes. This is going to be interesting. This is about heavier than the MG and certainly than the Civic. However, I think this can have the crazy DTM body kit, which is why I've gone with the DTM paint scheme. So maybe big tires, lots of aero, sounds familiar for a rallycross car. I don't think it'll be the most powerful thing, but it starts out pretty powerful. The big thing we're going to want to get rid of is the weight. This thing is ridiculously heavy. Yes, look at the magnificent body kit. Now we can swap the engine. I don't think we'll need to. We're already at 550 horsepower. We could throw in the racing super engine, I guess. We can have... Wow, that is... It's actually invisible, depending on the angle that you look at. That's how puny it is. Oh, we don't get the crazy... I thought we got a crazy rear wing with this thing. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna go for some rally tires. And we get some big ones, 325s on the front, 325s on the rear. I will take that any day of the week. We will want these parts because we have not swapped the drivetrain, so we don't get those for free. We'll get back to that later. We do want to race everything except for the shocks, because there is a little bit of off-road that we do have to contend with. Wait, though. Oh, not quite as light as I would have liked. 3,500 pounds at the absolute lightest. Okay, that's not ideal. Let's just try and put on as many non-weight adding parts as possible. That's a lot of power. Can we do any? I'm gonna have to put those parts on, aren't I? Yeah. We do get a colossal amount of power. That's I was expecting this thing to be pretty heavy, or pretty powerful, but I didn't expect it to be 800 plus horsepower. What we got in terms of PI? We got 1 PI left. Okay, we're gonna go to rims then. We're gonna take as much weight out of this sucker as we possibly can. So we'll go to our defaults, which are still not enough. There we go. We'll toss on the black hole wheels. I really don't care, the turbo fans. I don't know why people buy those, they look hideous. However, they do cut 40 pounds out of the way, which we will need. So, 822 horsepower, 730 foot-pounds of torque, but it is very heavy, 3,500 pounds. But there's a lot of grip, potentially. We shall see how this goes. Okay, our target is the MG SVR X Power with a 105.0. I have no idea what to expect from this vehicle, but I fear this is going to be very understeery and not very good under brakes, because that is what Audis have historically struggled with. But this also should have a massive amount of grip from the aero kit and from the rear and from the big tires. So I don't know. Maybe they'll cancel each other out and have a nice balanced vehicle. I will say the grip is very good in first impressions wise. There is zero wheel spin of any kind. Even on the dirt, it's very minimal. Understeer, maybe. That could have just been a wonky line. Oh, that's just me being late under brakes like an idiot, not remembering my own track. We do, of course, have the titular 5 flying laps, trying to get the best time possible. And an advantage of a vehicle like this is that when I slide around, obviously sliding is the best way to get the front end turned in. Not quite to that extreme, but it is the fastest way. And having a vehicle this grippy means that once you engage the slide, it doesn't want to slide anymore. So it actually grips up fairly well. Which means you can accelerate faster. That's the downside of sliding around. That's why it's normally much slower. It's because you can't get the power down because you're spinning the wheels like an idiot. We're fine. I have a feeling that's going to be a frequent occurrence on this stage, this circuit, if you will. It doesn't really like that transition from dirt to tarmac. It really doesn't like that. I can imagine a lot of vehicles won't, simply because it is a transition of surfaces on a bump, which is exceptionally difficult, but still. Now here you can see that grip working. You see it just doesn't want to slide. Even with me holding the handbrake, it's a real chore, and that sounds like a bad thing, but it's not, because it allows me to get the power down faster and just boot it out of the corner without any fear of wheel spin or losing control. It's so neutral. Maybe a little understeer focus, but it's not the worst vehicle I've ever driven. Again, do a slightly wider line there out of necessity because Forza is weird and the checkpoint won't work otherwise. Now we smoother through here. There we go. Carrying 90. I don't think it's quite as fast as the X-Power. I think that was doing 125. I would have to see what the actual speed is. A little bit of a dab on the handbrake just to get that front end turn a little bit more. There we go. Could probably use a little bit more braking and then less hand braking, but I still don't think it's a bad line through there. Yep, a little bit of understeer. We're okay though. Nicely done through there. This is a decent lap, I think. We are a bit off of the pace, but that was a pretty scruffy lap. Let's see what this one is. It's faster, but it's not that much faster. It's about a second off the pace, and I mean, apart from a few minor things, it really wasn't that bad of a lap. It was down in terms of speed. It's only got 115 at max, 110. Ooh, this vehicle is sort of struggling, I think. I think it's struggling to maintain the speed. Ugh, that's not going to do it. Okay. That's really not going to do it. Yeah, I don't think this is going to beat the MG. I really don't. I mean, this lap is basically forfeit, so I'm sort of trying, experimenting basically, but yeah, I really don't think this is going to beat the MG even with a full, proper lap. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't have the overall pace. I feel very comfortable driving it, but in terms of actual lap speed, it's sort of lacking. I just don't think it has the power to weight ratio. Similar to some vehicles that we saw on the Baja builds, they aren't bad to drive and they don't feel slow. However, their pace is just off. You can see there I'm barely cracking 110. While both the Civic and the X-Power were crossing the 120 barrier. Huh. There we go, that's a better line through there. Less handbrake. A little bit of oversteer, a little more than I would have liked, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will be like the Maserati. The Maserati I hated for the first two runs. And even on the third run, I didn't feel truly confident in it. Okay. I might need to adjust that checkpoint, actually. Because I used to have like a chicane there, and then I realized that was way too technical for cars to do. So I eliminated it, and I sort of forgot to move the checkpoint. Might have to go do that after finishing recording this video, so I don't forget like last time. Either way, what is our time? Is it faster? It is, but again, not by much. Huh. That is weird. It's in the 105, so it's only slightly last, but yeah, it just doesn't have the pace. It doesn't have the, I would say, mid-corner speed is what is lacking the most. Because it's not like it's lacking grip, it's not like it's lacking power, but it's lacking acceleration and mid-corner speed. It doesn't like these sort of 50, 60 mile an hour corners. It loves hairpins and it loves high speed sections, but Unfortunately, while there are quite a few hairpins, there's not a lot of high-speed sections. Which means... Oh, okay. I got greedy. I was pushing for a ultimate lap, you know, like the 105% do or die last lap, and I pushed it too hard. I got greedy. I mean, it's still going to be faster. Maybe not, I don't know. 105.908 was our best time up until that 6th lap. And we are... Oh, my AI just crashed into the tire wall. I guess I'm not the only one. Yep, that was our fastest lap. 105.98, it's 7/10 of a second off the Civic, and it's nearly a whole second off of the MG. It's just lacking that mid-corner speed and that acceleration. I just don't think it has the maneuverability. I think it's too big for this course. I was hoping the power and the grip would be able to overcome that, but it just isn't. It's just not enough. Well, maybe, like the previous series, Small and Light will be the champions on this track. Guess I'll have to wait to find out. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 5. I'll be back with more.